Hey guys, this is Seiko. You might have seen me before. I used to make a lot of short format content. I'm a professional coach and I've been coaching anywhere from new players and unranked to Challenger Plus. I even coach professional teams and scrimmed versus legends such as Reckless. The reason you fail at climbing is because you do what everyone else does. And you shouldn't even feel bad about it because you were at a disadvantage from the very beginning. You never even set yourself up for success. But once you finish this video, you will know exactly how to set yourself up for success. And this video is for everyone, regardless of a rank or role. It's even something you can apply to other games or even real life skills. So, how do we set ourselves up for success? I used to coach a team with a player who told me he would change everything in his life to set himself up for success, even the minor details. If Vega went to bed at 10 p.m., he would go to bed at 10 p.m. If he saw Vega eat broccoli, he would eat broccoli. And the list goes on, of course. And this exact mindset is what I teach every single one of my students in our first session. And for every single one of my students, this proves to be the single most valuable session they ever had with any coach or any mentor ever. If you have anything in your life you want to succeed at or improve at, regardless if you want to be the next bigger rock star, if you want to study for school or you want to improve at League of Legends, you need to structure your entire day around being the most efficient at learning and improving. That way you will be the most likely to succeed. Now, obviously, I don't want you to eat broccoli just because Vega is eating broccoli, but I want you to give yourself the best odds of setting yourself up for success. And that means following certain rules and making certain sacrifices. That being said, I want you to pause the video for a second. Think of something you truly want and desire, something you want to succeed at. Make a goal for yourself. Feel free to even post it in the comments so we can hold you up on it. Once you decide, resume the video and open up a notepad. Let's talk about some of the rules and sacrifices you are going to have to make to set yourself up for success the best way possible. And in this example, we are going to use climbing in League of Legends as the example, but you can adjust it to your own goals. 1. I want you to decide how many days a week you're going to practice. I want you to keep in mind having at least one day off at minimum to relax and possibly more days off if you need full days for working and studying. Personally, what I do is I dedicate every day to one activity that requires a lot of focus. I got this idea from watching XP2 and I'm gonna link that video below. Now, for this example, let's take 5 days a week you're going to practice. 2. I want you to think of a time a day you're going to start practice, and I want it to be as close as possible to the same time every single day. And the reason we do this is to create consistency and build a good habit. Once you start practicing at the same time every single day for a longer duration, you're going to condition yourself to be ready once the clock hits practice time, and you will automatically start being more ready and start performing better because of this. Again, this is all about creating consistency and good habits. 3. You're going to create a tradition, something that you can do every time it's time to start practice. It could be something minor such as putting on your favorite necklace or putting on your favorite watch, or lighting a scented candle. Let your creativity run amok.
Michael, do not let your imagination run amok.
Run what?
Amok. It means don't let your imagination run out of control.
Why didn't you just say that, Pam?
It could be anything that you perform or do at the start of your practice. It's just to remind yourself that now practice has started. 4. Decide an end time for your practice. It could be an exact time, or it could be something like I am going to play and review 3 games. Generally, I would recommend between 3 to 5 games at max in one block. And that being said, I would definitely recommend closer to 3 than 5 because your focus and learning ability decreases a lot after the first 3 games. If you want to do more than that, you can consider adding more blocks to your day, which I will talk about a bit later. 5. Now, that being said, you have a start time, you have a set amount of practice you're going to do, you have an end time, you have a tradition, it's perfect. But now I want you to make sure that you're absolutely locked in for practice. That means once it's time to start practice, I want you to imagine you're in school and classes in session. That means full focus from start to end. That means no alt tapping to Discord, no alt tapping to Twitter, no Netflix on the second monitor. And if you can't make these sacrifices, then you don't want this bad enough. 6. I want you to be healthy during your practice. That way you will get the most from it and be able to learn the most from it. And that means do some sort of exercise on the regular. I don't care if you're getting your steps in or if you're going to the gym, just do something on the regular. Get your sleep that you require. As someone who struggled with sleep his entire life, believe me, you guys who don't have struggles with sleep, it's a superpower and you need to use it. Get your sleep. Make sure you eat and drink. If I catch you playing while you're malnourished, you're not gonna like it. And if you're truly sick, consider taking a day off, because you're not gonna be able to focus on learning if your body is focused on surviving the day. 7. Moving on. I want you to be prepared for practice every single day. What champs are you playing? What champs are you banning? What's your focus goal for the day? What are you gonna learn today? If you start playing without being 100% clear on what you're going to focus on today, then you are wasting time and you're not taking this seriously, and you might as well stop watching. 8. Now we're getting into one of the most important ones. Once you finish your game, you're going to review it. I don't care how boring you think it is, I don't care how little mistakes you think you can find, you're going to review it. And the best way possible to do this is download some sort of recording software like Outplayed that records your game automatically while you play. This way you can easily go back and look at it. You can even look at it while you're in queue if you don't want to spend too much time doing it, but you will review it. At the bare minimum, you will look at all your deaths. Why did you die and could you prevent it? After that, if you want to look at more, look at lane phase. Look at everything from the beginning of the game up until forcing minutes. Try to even find all the minute details such as recall timings, are you poking your opponent, etc. There's no need to look much further than lane phase in the beginning, but once you start getting more comfortable in your routine and schedule, getting more comfortable in your lane phase and you start ranking up, then you can start looking at other things than lane phase. And as much as it may suck to hear, you will not improve if you don't take reviewing seriously. Once you finish what we call one block. Now, depending on your goals and what you're striving for, you may have to divide your day into several blocks, but make sure to take proper breaks in between and make sure to follow all the rules such as getting exercise, eating, drinking, getting sleep. Otherwise, this will always just be a waste of time. Example, if you are having a dream of becoming a pro player, doing one block a day is probably not enough, so you're going to have to take an hour or two break and then you can start another block. Another example is if you're a professional footballer, they also have their days divided into several blocks. First block they might do some cardio training, then they will have a break, they will eat, they will drink, then the next block will start, they will have football practice, then they will have a break, they will eat, they will drink, and then the further block starts where they might do some fitness and strength training. So depending on your goals, you might have to divide your blocks differently, but as long as you follow the key concepts and stay consistent, I promise you will succeed. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Staying consistent like this for 6 months, only playing 3 efficient games a day, doing practice rather than 1 month spamming games every day, will always be better. Another thing I want to mention is when and why most students, even after learning all of this, they still end up failing and falling off. And that's partly because people are treating it like it's a sprint rather than a marathon, but also because usually creating these good habits will lead to them achieving one of their goals pretty fast. And when they achieve their goal, they think, all right, we're gonna take a well-deserved break, and then they're gonna come back, and they think when they come back, they can just resume where they left off. But in reality, if you take a break, you're going to have to play consistently for a couple of weeks to even get it back to where you were before you took the break. And that's why it's so important that you keep this routine going consistently. You don't take breaks. It's way more important that you keep playing the 3 games a day than taking a week's break and then trying to make up for it. Then because of that, they resume playing and they think they can just resume from where they left off, and then they will start seeing losses because that's not how it works. They will get demotivated and then they will probably blame something external and quit the game. And that's why I will keep saying it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. 3 games a day consistently every single day will always beat spamming games. And this goes for anything in life. Going to the gym every single day for 20 minutes will always beat going once a week for 7 hours. If you enjoyed watching and want to support me, the best way is to subscribe, comment the like, follow my Twitch, or feel free to join my Discord if you want to be part of my community. I'm gonna link all my socials below. Otherwise, let me know what topics you would like to see covered in the future. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.